So you said, so people, I didn't get what you said. People were saying things. They were mentioning, they were said they were being inspired. Tell me about that.
Yes. I told Sasha this morning, I was like, I've like sent several people y'all's way. I don't know if they'll contact you, but my inbox has been blowing up with how I've done this.
They look great. Like I said, it's like people are they like, you've worked your tail off. I told you what was about a month ago, I said, embrace Lamey.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
And this is the cool thing about it is like, people don't see what people just saw online was the end result of all your hard work. What they didn't see was the navigation. We navigated your son's birthday. We navigated a weekend in the city. We navigated Easter, right? You had some struggles during Easter. We navigated all these different things, and it was such a learning process going back and forth, and you were able to navigate it and just put in the work, and you even caught some flack. Let's just call it what it is, right? Caught some flack. But when it was all said and done and we see what you've accomplished, everybody's like, dude. Yeah. So how does that feel? Like, you earned that?
Yeah, it does feel pretty good. Like last night, Brett was like, are you gonna be on your phone all evening? Like, just give me a minute. Like, let me have something, okay?
Because you were just getting blown up so much because people were like, oh my gosh, da da da, and it's like bleep 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 bleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you and touch base with, because I can't remember what week it was, but you talked about in the past where you hadn't really followed through with things in the past, and that stemmed all the way back, even like into your high school days. And so now, knowing like you putting in the work, you making a decision to have it happen rather than an assumption, but you just deciding that this is what it's going to be, and then you following through and, like I said, just crushing it. You got to be on cloud nine.
I am. Like, yeah. So I told Brad, I was like, I can walk into a place now and feel just like a little bit of a badass, like,
yeah.
And like, I followed through. I met my goal. I went below my goal and got results I didn't expect to get even.
Tell me about it. Let's talk about
like
that.
I didn't expect to get the definition that I got because I was working out at home and not going, and, loading up my squat bar or anything like that. I didn't think that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wanting my clothes to fit me so I didn't have to go buy new clothes, but now I may have to buy new clothes anyways because they're too big.
Yeah. I love that. For sure. So that self-narrative, right? I want you to reflect on that, on all these stories. Because moms, like I said, one of your things that was really cool is like, I want to inspire other mothers because they feel like they're too busy. They feel like they're burning candles at both ends. They feel like you said, it's like, I have to be at the gym. They feel like it's like, if I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, that pendulum swing mindset, right? They feel like if I can't do it this particular way, I'm not going to do anything at all because it ain't going to work, which was not the case, was it?
Nope, not at all.
We just keep it simple, keep it consistent, right? Have a plan, have a structure, accountability, right? And then when you tie all those, when you use a comprehensive approach and you keep it consistent, you get before and after photos that break the internet, like yours. So it's super, super cool. So let's dive in a little bit about some of those self limitations that you were putting on yourself. What were some of those?
I think, and one thing that I probably didn't do a great job explaining in my post yesterday, but like the fact that I was able to do this and my kids, like the world didn't stop spinning because I did something for myself, and it was fine. My kids still know I love them. They're still taken care of. They still love me the same. Like nothing changed in that aspect. They just had to miss out on about 30 minutes with their mom sometimes, which is fine. Themselves for a bit.
I like that you said the world's not going to stop spinning. And so talk to me about how you had not. So you hadn't been prioritizing yourself. What were some of the excuses? Now in your post, you said I made like 41 something different excuses.
Mhm.
And of course, none of them were my fault, right?
Yeah.
But what were some of those excuses?
No time, that I was 41. I didn't need to look good anymore. I was a mom. I could, ease into that mom bod and not need to worry about anything else. And didn't have the money to go to the gym. Like couldn't afford it after being off work with COVID for so long. And really just COVID was a good excuse because I was laid off for a while. So I was, there was nothing else to do during the day but garden and drink.
Weeks ago versus who you are today. If like just what would you tell her? What would be your message? So she's the old Amy. So old Amy, 12 is the other moms that you talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
The moms that you want to inspire. And so it's like, what would your message to them be?
That you are important enough to be prioritized. That, if you're not on the top of your game, you can't expect your family to be on the top of their game, or expect them to thrive if you're not thriving. And that you're probably stronger than you give yourself credit for. And that your happiness is important as well.
People at home need to write that one down. It is true, right? It's like your mental happiness is the most important. And a lot of times moms feel selfish. They feel like, oh God, I can't. But the thing about it is they don't understand how that can ripple effect in a positive way towards your kids, towards your spouse, towards your friends. I mean, aren't you just yes or no? It's like, are you a much happier person?
Yes.
Aren't you a more energetic person?
Yes.
Which makes you a better mom, right?
Yes.
So that's even the thing. It's like, I swear, it's like a lot, and it takes time. I say it takes time. Like really, moms have a hard time understanding that. It's like when you take care of yourself and when you get running on all cylinders and things are clicking, and it's like that will make you a better mother. And so, like, what's our mission? Like, how can we teach that to moms out there to have the courage enough to like reach out and say, I need help. Like they said, they're inspired by you. There's like, oh my gosh. And I told you this the last week or so. It's like, they're going to see your story. And it's like, if she can do it, I can do it. I just need guidance, help, structure, accountability, whatever it is, but it's completely doable. And even not even going forward for you, it's like my wish for you is to never put limitations on yourself, ever. Like I said, it's like it's okay to fail. It's okay to fall short, learn, and adjust. That's one of the biggest things that I'll even teach Zane. And it's like it's okay to fail. You will learn, you will make adjustments, and then you'll move forward. And then it'll happen again. And it'll happen again. This is called life. And then it'll happen again. But this is how we grow. And yeah, and like I said, what we talked about, it's like you're seeing all these moms now. They see the end result, and it's super cool. Like I said, it's super cool, and like I said, you're leading the way for moms out there to your health and your happiness is important. Amy is important. She just needed to realize that and start making herself a priority, and what you did. And I'm just super proud. Like it's awesome. Like it's super proud. Seisha and I this morning. She was like, "Oh my gosh, you should see that." Because she said that you sent her the other photos too as well. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, dude, she looks so hot." And I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's so good." I was like, "I'm just super proud. Like you did awesome. You did absolutely awesome." What would you feel is so always ask people this, like, what did you learn, or what did you what were some of your fears? What did you learn, and what are you excited about? So like moving into the future, like what are you excited about?
I'm excited about one, being able, like being more active and being known as that active person again, and not like the hot mess mom that just drinks White Claw all the time, because that was becoming my reputation.
Mm.
I'm excited to hopefully continue to let other moms know that they can still be fit and feel good about themselves and still be a mom. And it's, that's okay, and they should.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking forward to rocking a bikini this summer.